This is Alan Stang. The history of paper money in our country. Details in a minute. Stick around. Throughout this week, we have been looking at the recent battle in Salt Lake City between the federal grand jury, which indicted the Federal Reserve, and the U.S. attorney who broke the law by obstructing the investigation. The question arises, what's wrong with the Federal Reserve's paper currency? Why is the exclusive use of paper money not only disastrous but illegal? During the War for Independence, the Continental Congress printed paper currency called Continentals. Because this paper currency was not redeemable in money, gold and silver, its value quickly fell to zero. The phrase, "not worth a continental," entered American history. Because of that horrible experience, our founding fathers were very hostile to paper money. At the Constitutional Convention in 1787, George Mason, a delegate from Virginia, said that he had a, quote, mortal hatred to paper money, end quote. Oliver Ellsworth from Connecticut said that the convention was, quote, a favorable moment to shut and bar the door against paper money, end quote. Delegate Pierce Butler of South Carolina pointed out that paper was not a legal tender anywhere in Europe and that we shouldn't make it one. John Langdon of New Hampshire said that he would rather reject the entire Constitution than allow the federal government the power to issue paper money. In Federalist Paper number 44, James Madison referred to the, quote, pestilent effects of paper money on the necessary confidence in the public councils, on the industry and morals of the people, and on the character of republican government, end quote. Because of this overwhelming sentiment, Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution gives Congress the power, quote, to coin money, end quote. This means that the money of the United States is metal and can only be metal. You coin metal. You can't coin paper. The Founding Fathers were well aware of the word print. They didn't use it. Thomas M. Cooley's Principles of Constitutional Law explains as follows, quote, to coin money is to stamp pieces of metal for use as a medium of exchange in commerce according to fixed standards of value, end quote. Congressman Ron Paul of Texas recently said this, quote, the authors of the Constitution wrote Article 1, Section 8 precisely for the purpose of outlawing the type of monetary system we now have, end quote. The Constitution is the law. It has not been repealed. This means that IRS, the Federal Reserve, the federal judges, and U.S. attorneys are breaking the law. It is important to note that this hatred for paper money was not just something felt by our founding fathers, alone among our nation's leaders. Down through the decades, until the Federal Reserve fraud was inflicted upon us, America's leaders denounced paper money. Be with me tomorrow for more. This is Alan Stang. Think about it.
For transcripts of the Alan Stang reports, contact the program sponsor or send $1 to the John Birch Society Features, Belmont, Massachusetts 02178.